gathering. And Stacy and Jason were gathering around you, as I said, not just figuratively, but literally. We want to be here with you to join you in this moment. What an honor it is for us to join you tonight for this special day that we've all been looking forward to, some for a very long time. And what an honor it is for me to have this part in making it official. I will say that as a judge, and as you know, having worked together, I don't have the frequent opportunity to do that. I only do this with people who are very close to me, and so when I do it, it's a special thing. And Jason, you know, I haven't known you long. Stacy and I go way back. Sorry about that. All my stories are there. So when they asked if I would do this tonight, I said I would love to do that, and we got to get together and we got to talk about this. I got to know about who is this guy that finally captured your heart. And so we got together. Raven was there, and usually when I meet with couples, I want to say, you know, tell me a little bit about the background. Tell me the first date. Tell me how it progressed. Tell me what. And then I have to kind of pull it out of them to get some material. And these were like, I asked the first question, and then Raven and I, like, you know, for the next 2 hours, we just listened. It didn't take much prompting. These two talked about their first date, their second date, then the games they learned to play together. And it went on and on and on and on and on. And then and I thought, okay, I've got plenty of material. It was great, it was beautiful, and it was wonderful to hear. And then they said, but we want this ceremony to be only 5 minutes. And I'm like, well, then why did you tell me all that? Now on to the point. A short poem for a short wedding by Rilke. Understand, I've slipped quietly away from the noisy crowd when I see the pale stars rising, glooming over the oaks. I'll pursue solitary pathways throughout the pale twilight meadows with only this one dream: you come too. That's why we're here tonight. We're here because you're saying to each other and to all of us that of all of the people who I know, of all the people who I've ever known or ever will know, I choose you. I think that's one of the most profound things one person can say to another, and you're saying that here tonight, and I think you want to say it to each other in your own way.
So Jason, I love thinking about the very first time I met you and how I had no idea in that moment the depths of the ways that you would change my life forever. I didn't know when I had the urge to touch your arm on our first date how much brighter my mornings would be, waking up next to you, having you come into the room while I'm getting ready, planning our days together. I didn't have any idea when you smiled your adorable dimples at me during that first date how much I would cherish when we could steal time away together during the weekday, even if just for a quick kiss. I didn't fathom when I came home that night and thought that was the best first date I've ever had, what it would be like to share my dreams with you, to be beaten by you at board games, to be unable to ever win or lose a debate with you, to cry with you about the uncertain future, and to laugh with you. I didn't know when I got an email from you the very next day and my heart was racing because you wanted to go on a second date, what it would be like, special time that is. I couldn't imagine that time that's unencumbered by my wheelchair, and that it would become my favorite time of the day. Before I met you, despite very long working hours and tons of friends and a lovely family, I was alone. And I'd never had a true partner. I was yearning for companionship and intimacy. But more than that, I was dreaming about being seen the way that you see me. And I've never before felt so completely accepted and secure and cared for and respected and admired and loved. And never before have I been made to feel that every inch of my body is beautiful and desirable. I've never, aside from my mom, had anyone else that I felt comforted by when I was sick. And even after all those years of sleeping alone, it's surprising to me now, when you're not there, how hard it is to fall asleep, because it feels so incomplete. Oh.
And she drops everything.
And as good as it feels to be loved by you, I absolutely love loving you. I love that the first night we were apart, you slept on the couch because you couldn't imagine sleeping alone in our bed. I love that you were the first person that has ever made an effort to have a real hug with me by lifting my arms and wrapping them around you, and that we hug often. I love the noises that you make when you sleep. I love the goosebumps you get when I scratch your back, because I know it feels so good for you. I love watching you when you're watering the backyard, listening to your podcast, and you're smiling because I know that you're happy. I love the tenderness, affection, humor, and open-mindedness that make you who you are. I love that at 36 years old, the first time you ever danced in public was with me, and that you actually enjoyed it. I love the strength and masculinity that you possess, coupled with a beautiful sensitivity. And I adore your parents and your daughter, and I'm really fortunate to be able to call them family now too. I didn't know this kind of love before you, so thank you. And thank you for having trust and courage to open your heart again. And I don't take that lightly. Maybe it's serendipity that we fit so well together. Our humor, our ideas, our reactions, our emotions, our intellect, even when we spoon physically. But having, well, I think the rest is, yeah.
Jason, do you have words for Stacy?
I've got a few. I feel like there's three things. I think there's things that I should say in a wedding ceremony. I think there's things that I want to say. But most importantly, I think that there are things that I'm going to say. Of course, I should say that I love you. I should say that I will always be by your side, and I'll never wander from you. My love for you will never waver. I will always be with you. At this point in my life, I can't possibly imagine life without you. Those are things that I should say, but I know that you already know that. The things that I want to say, I want to say that you've renewed my spirit, that you've inspired me to care about myself more than I had in a long time, that I was able to open up my heart again, that I want better for myself and for my family. I want to say that the first time that I saw you, I knew that I could fall for you. I didn't know that I would fall this hard or that fast, but I'm very glad that I did, and I'm very happy to be here in this moment with you. I want to say that before you, I was missing out on so much life, so much love, so much happiness, and it's a kind of love that I've never felt before. I want to say that I love your honesty, your integrity, your playfulness, your spirit, your sweetness, and your willingness to trust me in the things that we've done and shared together. I want to say those things, but I know that you already know those as well. All of those things I want to say, I should say, but instead I'm just going to say this. I love you with all of my heart. Can't imagine life without you. I want to be with you by your side. I want to cry with you. I want to laugh with you. I want to be with you I want all of these people that are here today to know that for the rest of my life and ever after. I want everyone to take a look at Stacy right now. You see how beautiful she is? She's even more beautiful on the inside. And that is the absolute reason why we're all here.
Jason, as I can promise you,
that having finally found you,
that having finally found you,
I will not take you for granted,
I will not take you for granted,
but instead will hold on with my entire heart and soul
but instead will hold on with my entire heart and soul
to love you and be loved by you
to love you and be loved by you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
Stacy, this I can promise you.
That having finally found you,
And having finally found you,
I will not take you for granted,
I will not take you for granted.
but instead I'll hold on with my entire heart and soul
But instead, I will hold on with my entire heart and soul
to love you and be loved by you
and to love you and be loved by you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
I know that you have rings as symbols of your commitment to each other.
Nicely done.